Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So what is your
Yes, ma'am.
medicine for that patient? Some are saying pulsatilla, lycopodium, then aconite. Anyone else? Rustox also. Anyone else? Anyone find out the remedy?
Area,
Huh?
Calcarea carbonica किंवा मग सल्फ्युरियम.
Why sulfurium? What symptoms you are find similar with the sulfur?
मॅम ते येलो डिस्चार्जेस ना व्हाईट और येलो पस सिक्रेशन.
सल्फर मध्ये येलो सिक्रेशन आहे का सुचिता?
हा
नाही.
कफ किंवा मग कार्बोनिका कल्केरिया कार्बोनिका.
कल्केरिया कापचा पेशंट कसा असतो? बल्की असतो तो.
पण ते हा फॅटी
हा.
फॅटी
पण सगळेच
पफी
कल्केरियाचे पेशंट बल्की असतात असे नाही, बट कल्केरिया पेशंट इज मोर फॅमिली ओरिएंटेड. I have not given you the symptom, and that is a constitutional medicine. We cannot give it for the acute case. We are generally not giving the constitutional medicine for the acute case. म्हणजे मी तरी देत नाही. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, good try. Anyone else? Anyone else? No. So with my sense, the medicine is pulsatilla. Because the discharges are bland, changeability is there, patient is hot, patient is not taking the much more amount of water, and the most important symptom is she wants the windows and the doors to be open. She likes the open air. So on the basis of that, we can give the medicine. So with these finer symptoms, with these peculiar symptoms, now the portrait of the disease is complete. You can be able to find out the medicine, whatever may be your medicine. I am not saying that your lycopodium is incorrect or your aconite is incorrect. You think on that way, and that's why your medicine is like this. It is not incorrect. The certain symptoms are present in the aconite and may be present in the lycopodium. That is a speciality of homeopathy. One physician feels sulfur and the other physician feels it's a lycopodium. So always there is a problem with the selection of medicine. But if you are selecting the medicine on the basis of peculiar and characteristic symptom, your medicine will always be correct. Though the other physicians are saying ki, no, my medicine is the lycopodium, how it can be a sulfur? But if you are on the right path, that means on the peculiar and characteristic symptoms, if you are making the totality of the symptom, दूसरों की medicine कोई भी आने दे, you will get the result. So with the help of that only you can form the portrait of the disease. Otherwise you will not be find out the medicine. So ये जो fine shades है, that has to be observed by the physician. So, please be on mute. So after the many years of homeopathic practice, Dr. Hanuman has gradually became acquainted with this skill. He, a good physician, should be a good prescriber also. If you are able to diagnose the disease, please be on mute. किसने unmute किया है? Please be on mute. So gradually he know the skills that should be possessed by the physician. He should become a good diagnostician and he should be a good prescriber as well. Because the homeopathy derives the much more knowledge from the homeopathic materia medica, and here the knowledge of repertory is also important. For the good quality of the prescription, he should be a unprejudiced observer. So the concept of this unprejudicedness means he should do the case taking properly. He should use all his senses. He should observe properly, and he should be form the portrait of the disease in a such way that he can prescribe the medicine on the basis of that symptoms. The speculation should not be there. Any misconception should not be there, or any preconceptions also should not be there. He should be able to prescribe only on the basis of the deviations from which converts the healthy state, and now the person is a disease state. So in this way he has to be free from all the preconceptions. Okay, are you getting the things? समझा है आपको?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
सबको? So this is another quality that the homeopathic physician should possess, that is the unprejudicedness. He should carefully, he should be very much careful. He should be a keen observer. He should perceive, or he should notice the symptoms only which will helpful for the totality of the symptom. With that, he should do the individualization. I have explained this concept previously also. What is the individualization? He should not do the conclusion before taking the history or on his past experience. I think I have explained this in the last week. If my relative comes to me and if I am having the experience of my relative, then I should not have any preconception about that person. मुझे पता है कि वो पर्सन कैसा है, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट आई शुड नॉट प्रिस्क्राइब एट प्रेजेंट जो सिम्टम्स दे रहा है वो पर्सन, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट ओनली आई हैव टू गिव द मेडिसिन. We should not jump to the conclusion on the basis of the past experience. Then that physician should know the real cause of that disease, not the material cause of the disease, but it may be the exciting cause or it may be the fundamental cause of the disease. He should understand the signs and symptoms. Signs means what and symptoms means what? What is the difference between the sign and the symptom? Anyone?
Signs are observed by physician
Correct.
and symptoms are felt by patient.
Right. What are the other words we are also using for signs and symptoms? Subjective symptoms and objective symptoms. Objective symptoms are nothing but signs, and the subjective symptoms are nothing but the symptoms which are felt by the patient only. And sign means which can be observed by physician, by his relatives, by his friend, by anybody can observe it. These are the signs. So the physician should know what he has to take into the account. He should take only those signs and symptoms which he helpful for the totality, and these are the characteristics and the peculiar. He should understand that each case is different, and hence the individualization and the holistic concept should be followed by the physician. He should not prescribe the medicine on the basis of the material cause, just like the allopathy. He should not give the medicine on the basis of the pathological degeneration. If that person is having a gangrene and if you are giving the graphitis, so this should not be your prescription. He should understand the cause, he should understand the signs and symptoms for that gangrene, and then he has to give the medicine, not on the basis of the pathological condition. So these qualities should be possessed by the physician, then only he will become an unprejudiced observer. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody can explain in any language? Can anybody wants to try? Anyone? चुकलं तर चुकलं, काही होत नाही. But please try, so I will also know की तुम्हाला समजलं आहे. Anyone from the 50 participants? Okay, if you are not, I will ask. Lishita, Bhagyashri,
The unprejudiced observer means should
Bhagyashri
not
na?
take the, yes ma'am.
Okay, हाँ.
The unprejudiced observer. The unprejudiced means not take a judgment without any diagnosis or not take a decision. Or observer who observes and physicians should be free from regarding any concepts with physicians. Uh,
Patient.
uh, with patient transcendental speculations. He has to observe science with her eyes, and also they have to check temperature, BP pulse. He has to uh, concentrate on the cause,
Okay, good.
and he whole extent means observe from head to foot.
Okay. Anyone else? Komal is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, explain.
Ma'am, prejudiced observer, that is the observer who he should not judge any patient before taking the history. He should not take any conclusion. There should be no hypothesis, and he should note all those things to get a particular symptoms for diagnosis of that patient. He should notice all the deviation from healthy to disease. He should use all his senses while taking the history of the patient to
Very
form a
good.
complete approach. He should not focus. He should not focus on a material causes, and as Hahnemann said, a good physician should be a good prescriber.
कहाँ से पढ़ रहे हो?
मैम तुम्ही बोलता बोलता मी नोट्स बनवले.
अच्छा, मी तेच म्हटलं. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, very nice. जुही नाही, निशिता. Okay. समजलाय सगळ्यांना? Who is the unprejudiced observer? That quality should possess by the physician. Everyone understood? Any query in the? हाँ.
Yes,
Ma'am, one doubt is there, ma'am.
What?
One doubt is there, ma'am.
हाँ, ask ना.
मैम अगर हम फिजिशियन के हमारे पास कोई पेशेंट आता है जिसकी पहले ही हिस्ट्री है हमारे पास, देन अगेन वी हैव टू टेक दैट हिस्ट्री. मतलब वो पहले उसको कुछ टाइफाइड या मलेरिया हुआ है, हमने क्योर कर दिया है, लेकिन फिर थोड़े टाइम बाद वो आ रहा है, तो फिर हमें वापस उसकी हिस्ट्री लेनी है मैम.
थोड़े टाइम के बाद वापस उसको मलेरिया टाइफाइड है या दूसरे सिम्टम्स है?
दूसरे सिम्टम्स वापस कुछ और सिम्टम्स हो रहे हैं उससे, तो
हाँ,
फिर से उसका हमको लेना पड़ता है.
Okay, so if he is having a different symptoms, we have to take the history again because previously the malaria के symptoms उसको रहेंगे chill, fever and sweat. And now if it is coming from for the laryngitis and pharyngitis, totally the symptoms are different. So you have to take the history again. हाँ, previously he came for the subacute or the chronic disease. Now he comes to you for the acute disease. So no need to take the whole history again, past history or the personal history. You have to concentrate only on that acute complaint. You take the finer shades, modality, duration, sensation, complaint, characteristic. That will be okay for the acute one. Again, if it is coming for the chronic one, then you past history will not be changed ना again and again. Personal history can be changed. और the childhood से आप उसको जो history पूछ रहे हो, that also will not be changed. So if you are having the proper history, then you have to concentrate only on that presenting complaint. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
क्योंकि सिम्टम्स चेंज हो रहे हैं, प्रेजेंटेशन चेंज हो रहा है, तो वो उसकी हिस्ट्री आपको लेनी पड़ेगी. अदरवाइज पर्सनल हिस्ट्री, पास्ट हिस्ट्री या फिर गायनिक हिस्ट्री अगर है, सो दैट विल बी अ सेम. नो नीड टू टेक इट अगेन एंड अगेन. एनीवन एल्स? सबको समझा है ये कंसेप्ट? व्हाट इज अनप्रेजुडाइज? उसने पहले से ही डिसीजन नहीं लेना है अबाउट दैट पेशेंट, दो दैट पेशेंट इज फैमिलियर टू द फिजिशियन और द पेशेंट इज वेरी न्यू टू दैट फिजिशियन। जो भी कुछ है वही उसको लेना है, दैट इज द साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स, पिक्यूलियर साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स लेने हैं, द कॉज ऑफ द डिसीज, नॉट द मटेरियल कॉज ऑफ द डिसीज, द सिम्टम्स विच हेल्पफुल फॉर द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन, ही कैन मेक द टोटलिटी विद द हेल्प ऑफ दैट सिम्टम्स। उसको स्पेकुलेशंस या हाइपोथेसिस पे डिपेंड नहीं रहना है, उसका डायग्नोसिस और प्रिस्क्रिप्शन दोनों भी करने आने चाहिए। ये सब कब होगा? when he is free from any preconception or any misconception. So he should be free from any concept about that patient. तो उसने रिमार्क क्या क्या लेना है विद द कि उसके सिर्फ साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स, बाय यूजिंग ऑल हिज सेंसेस, by taking the history from the patient or from his relatives, by his observation, so that the true picture of the disease will form, and this will be helpful for the selection of medicine. Understood? अरे 50 participants है यहाँ
Yes,
पे, but
ma'am.
nobody.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I should have the 50 yes ma'am na. I am only getting 2 or 3 yes ma'am. Again. Getting the things or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will take the footnote for the word disease. I know not therefore how it was possible for physicians at the sick bed to allow themselves to suppose that. Now he is giving one example. Besides the sick bed यानी that is the IPD है, या फिर वो physician किसी के घर में गया होगा for taking the history. So वहाँ का सीन उन्होंने दिया है या फिर वहाँ का रेफरेंस उन्होंने दिया है डॉक्टर हनीमन ने, without most carefully attending the symptoms. एक सेकंड ना. So without most carefully attending the symptoms and being guided by them in the treatment, they ought to seek and could discover only in the hidden and unknown interior what there was to be cured in the disease. So without taking the case, without asking the patient about his signs and symptoms, how the physician can give the treatment, how the physician can able to discover or able to find out the cause which is present inside or which is present hidden, which is in the unknown interior, how it can be possible to cure that disease without asking anything. Is it possible?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Whether it is in the OPD or in the IPD. So same question has asked by Dr. Hahnemann, ki how it possible ki without asking anything, without careful attention giving to the patient, how you could cure the disease. Arrogantly and ludicrously pretending that they could, without paying much attention to the symptoms, discover the alteration that had occurred in the invisible interior. So without paying any attention, so that is the arrogancy you are showing towards the patient, and how you could know that this invisible interior is in a danger. This invisible interior, that is the vital force, is deranged. How could you know without paying the attention and set it to the right with the medicine? How it is possible ki you are not attending the patient, you are not asking the patient, you are not willing to ask the cause of the disease, you are so arrogant with the patient, you are not giving the much attention to the symptoms, and how could you be able to prescribe the medicine? And such a procedure as this could alone be called radical and rational treatment. So he is again became irritated with the old school. Then they said that ki how could be your treatment or the mode of treatment be radical and rational. Radical means what and rational means what? Radical word we have done it in the second aphorism. What is radical and what is rational? What is rational? Nobody is here? Hello? No one is here?
Logical.
Ma'am, rational means
Logical.
Logical.
हाँ ma'am, rational means logical. Yes.
And radical?
Instant,
Complete.
instant.
Anyone else? Radical means who is having the fundamental base, which is straightforward, which is having a certain principles. That is a radical. Okay. So if you are not doing all these things with the patient, how you could name your a treatment or the mode of treatment be a radical and rational? How it could be possible? Your principles are not fixed. It is the empty speculations. You are not carefully attending the patient. You are not giving the importance to the unknown interior, that is the hidden, that is the vital force. You are very much arrogant with the patient. You are not paying the attention to the symptoms. You are not seeing the invisible interior. Then how could it be possible to give the medicine in such scenario? And still you are saying that your mode of treatment is very much fundamental and very much clear and very much true. How it could be possible? This is not the radical and this is not the rational way of treatment. So he asks, or he is very frustrated with this old school of treatment or the allopathic mode of treatment. ये patient के लिए कुछ भी नहीं करते हैं. They are not unprejudiced, they are prejudiced. And how it is possible to call their system of medicine radical and rational? Correct? Correct or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So on this
Correct, ma'am.
this rational treatment पे 5 mark की short note आती है. Rational treatment. So in that you have to explain this first few lines. Is not then that which is cognizable by senses in diseases through the phenomena it displays, the disease itself in the eyes of physician, since he never can see the spiritual being that produces the disease, the vital force. So he said that the disease is only cognizable. We can identify the disease only by our senses. By using your senses, by using your observation, you can identify the disease. You cannot see the cause of the disease, because the cause of the disease is a derangement of this spiritual being which produces the disease, that is a vital force. So we are not able to see the cause of the disease. We have to only identify the symptoms which are the manifestation of that disease. And if the old school are not attending the symptoms, then how it is possible they are prescribing the medicine and they themselves called it as a rational treatment of medicine? Nor is it necessary that he should see it, but only that he should ascertain its morbid actions, in order that he may thereby be enabled to cure the disease. And they said that we are the rational without giving the much more attention to the morbid actions or the morbid sensation. They said that they are able to cure the disease. But how it is possible? Without giving the much more attention to the morbid signs and symptoms, it is not possible to cure the disease. What else will the old school search for the interior of the organism, hidden interior of organism, as a prima causa morbi? So they are find out the material cause of the disease. Prima causa morbi means material cause of the disease or the primary cause of the disease. So they are concentrating on this prima causa morbi, that is the material cause and the primary cause of the disease. They are not giving the much more attention to the symptoms, and hence their system is not the rational treatment of medicine. Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Shall we stop here? Because on that prima causa morbi, I have to give the explanation because it comes for the 5 or 10 marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, everybody understood today's concept, that is the unprejudiced observer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So all the participants, sorry, Aditya, only 46 participants are here. So please give the attendance, only 46 participants, huh? Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it should not be more than
Yes, ma'am.
46. It should not be more than 46. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Tushar Kopnar is absent. Huh? He is
Yes.
not giving me the response. And Leena Patil is present. She messaged me that his mic is not working. जरी तिने आन्सर दिला नाही पण तिने मला सांगितलं मेसेज करून. ठीक आहे? So I want the attendance of only 46
Oh.
participants. जे तू पहिलं स्क्रीनशॉट काढलं असेल त्याचं घेऊ नको, because I am having a screenshot of only 46 participants.
मॅम तुम्हाला लिशितानी मेसेज केला असेल.
हो हो,
Yes.
लिशिताच.
तुम्ही लीना बोल.
Oh, sorry. मला ते नेहमीच कन्फ्युजन आहे लीना आणि लिशिता. Okay, so tomorrow we will meet with the revision of unprejudiced observer and with the totality of symptoms. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
If you have any doubt in the qualities of physician, that is unprejudicedness, you can ask me. At any time, you can message me in the group or personally, whatever. Okay, read this aphorism again. Try to get the reference books from the net or from your friends, and please start reading this Organon. Clear?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
tomorrow
Yes,
we will
ma'am.
meet at the same time.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Bye bye.
Ma'am.